And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time, Victoria 3 as the Qing in 1.12.4. Things are going well. We got a little bit of deficit, but for a recognized power, this isn't bad. We'll fix this. And it's mostly caused by paper, so if we can get the paper price down, it'll go away. Which is the next thing we're working on as soon as we're done with these coal mines. So that we can hopefully be importing a lot less coal, which is exactly what's happening. It's a good run. Good play. Mine, all mine. And we've already got the construction road maintenance placed in the place we're building the paper mills, so that's good. Infamy is getting low, so it's probably time to start something. Increase your autonomy. Okay. All war goals against us will be implied, which isn't any of the war goals, so we'll accept and we'll just let the British actually finally, you know, win their war. There we go. Okay, now to go start a different war. We want to invade you for your Iraqi territory. And maybe some of your non-Iraqi territory, but we're going to start with the Iraqi stuff. Southern Turkestan is where we'll start. There's a 10% chance they accept. They did not accept, which is good, because I wanted a little bit more than just Southern Turkestan, because it would have looked a little bit weird, because it's divided by Bukhara. Khorasan, Kurdistan, okay. That one as well. Which is pretty expensive. Might just do those three, call it good. Make those primaries. And yeah, I don't think anyone's coming to help Persia here. Medals for all the brave bobbies. Yeah, we outnumbered the Persians 6-1 on probably comparable tech. If not comparable, I think we have the better army. Yeah, either comparable or we have the better stuff, so. Joint stock companies. That actually gives us another company. That's a question. What do we want for the second company? Tools is maybe a little tempting, but I think we're going to pass on that. Qing does have a special company that provides construction sector, or not construction, this one, technology spread, 10% technology spread, which is rail and coal. And I think it can be expanded to, yeah, iron or lead, both of which are pretty good. Of course, that one requires us to get down to pump jacks. So do I wait that long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 techs after central banking. Probably at the same distance to the next company. I mean, there's a chance if we get the spread really going, it'll come at the same time the next company comes, which is probably a little too long to wait. So what do we want to do in the meantime? We have one that's both silk and clothing, which is influence, authority, which is a little tempting. And I suppose the other way to think about it is, how many do I get? Do I get like 4, right? So, company charters, joint stock company, 1, 2, 3, investment banking is 4, or investment banking is 3, 4, and is macro another one? Macro is another one, so it's a total of 5, okay. Because we probably want cars and we want electronics. Cars and electronics to be 2 of the 5. Paper is obviously another one, so that's 3. Special company is 4. So yeah, this is the sort of the wild one, which we can pick whatever. If we had the construction sector through, we'd probably do that one. What can we toss? Silk and that, okay. That, okay. Those aren't particularly great secondaries. That would at least be steel. That wouldn't be too bad. I think come down and look at not you. You. Yeah, you're iron, so steel wouldn't be bad. Do tools and steel. Okay, I think I've decided on that one. We're gonna go tools and steel. We're gonna add steel to you. And that's my 4 free charters. Okay. Fair. Here's the invasion going. We're a little bit high on the infamy here. Okay. Crystal glass, chemical bleaching. And yeah, I think we're going to take the run down to pump jacks. So we'll do baking, water, Bessemer, dynamite, steam, donkey, pump jacks. Shift work. 10, 20... Where's the other 10? Pretty sure it goes up to 50 unless they nerfed it. Or maybe I have it somewhere already. What are we up to on... No, because I only have the base and the one plus 10 10. Don't remember where the last 10 is. There, we can see as the paper price is coming down, the government deficit is definitely decreasing. So between this construction and chemical bleaching, which is 2 techs out, we'll have a pretty big decrease in deficit and probably go back into surplus again. Oops, we lost the general on you. That's not good. Yeah, you can see that deficit is decreasing fairly quickly. And this crystal glass. We haven't generated the lead yet, which is probably something I should get the lead out and actually start making lead. Paper is our current problem, so we'll come back to that. Still in forest glass. Crystal glass is a bunch of lead. Do we have demand for luxury furniture? Reasonable demand. Luxury furniture, okay. Upgrade that. Here's the realist movement event.
Oh.
One of the choices here is progression towards camera, which is the next level of that. Back into law enforcement 5. And we are just about coming out of the deficit state as that paper is being built. It's going to get even better because the paper is still not exactly cheap. Okay, could use a little bit more government admin. sneak 10 in. Besides Spain and diplomatic play. Okay, so if I answer the call here, I'm gonna end up in a war against Spain and Russia. Well, this is a big, large, mess of a war. Me, the German Empire, and the British are all on one side. Russia, Austria, and Spain are on the other. What do I want? Oh, that's actually interesting. I can ask for a transfer subject. Can I ask for Bukhara? I could. Let's ask for that. I'm going to change up my queue. We're going to do chemical bleaching. This is a pretty big war coming up, so I'm going to pick up General Staff so we can try to upgrade the infantry during the war. The war goes on that long. But the war actually happens as well. Something like that. We've put the troops on the Russian border on defense. Because I don't think we got enough to attack yet. At least not until we finish the war with Persia. There is paper bleaching. Yeah, which has done wonders for our profitability, plus 100k. Or Spain has broken out. Yeah, okay. So we hold the defense until the General Staff gives us a infantry improvement. And then I suppose I should be working on explosives next. So we're going to subsidize you. You're going to be on ammonia processing, which makes 80 each. And then we need to do all the explosives that I want. 30, 180, 250, basically 500 more explosives just for the mines. So about 6 more explosive factories. Sure, we'll build them where we've already got them, so another 5 there. Wrong state, starting with H. There we go. Anyway, as far as this goes, What's most likely to happen is the war doesn't progress quickly enough, and we, from war exhaustion, drive ourselves out of the war. I think, for us. Oh, Siam, or subjects are coming up here and carrying out offensive actions of their own accord, and apparently are making progress. There's hydraulic cranes, just bulk trading. Quite yet. Being below... Need below 25, right, to decrease the autonomy. And I ideally probably want it at 20 or lower. Okay, almost occupied enough for Persia to get the Persian War to end. That'll free up our main combat stack, in which case we'll probably immediately throw that into action against the Russians, which will probably make us win on the Russian front. Here we go. Persia's beginning to break. With our forces coming back, time to go on the offensive, guys. Okay, what do we want after the explosives? Apparently we need engines. So... 8 engine factories? The private queue's already building 2, so we'll just build 6. Of course, instead of focusing on the, the goal of the war, widespread offensive against the Russians, yeah. Postal savings. Okay, the Germans are out. That might mean there's a bunch of Russian forces on the way east. Slightly concerning. Although we probably almost occupied the war goal. I wouldn't be surprised if the Russians give up pretty quickly once we occupy the war goal. Yeah, we literally just occupy the war goal. They'll give up real fast. Although the offenses in that area are stagnating, so that might be easier said than done. If you just win the war, you win the war, right? Let's look at the military tech that we're going to do, which is the General Staff. You are 2 small arms and 1 ammo. The old line infantry are 1 small arm. Okay, so I'm going to need as much ammo as we currently produce in small arms. So 700-ish ammo. So 14 ammo plants. And arguably, we're going to need about that same amount of arms again. So about another 10 armories. Put that in Beijing. Should do 11 in Beijing. There we go. Mandate. Do you want my last slot? In which case we don't have to worry about the numbers of people coming down. No, I'm not that worried about the last slot. Let's go for the second on the advanced research. This is going to add a reduction on the head of time penalty. It's also raising the, or reducing the bureaucracy cost of education even more. So when we do go for rapidly rising education, we'll be able to do that better. "11 weeks out for General Staff. Austria left. I don't know which side of the war Austria was on. I think it was the other side. So it looks like it's us. It's Spain and Russia on the other side. The Ottoman Empire just left, so it's now me and the Russians on our side, or me and the British on our side. So the Ottomans out, a bunch more forces arrive in theater. So it's time to swap, I think, to the defensive guys. And stall until we can swap over to the new tech. Or surrender, whichever happens first. There's General Staff. Let's start the upgrading. I don't think we got the groceries to support that, right? Yeah, we don't really have the groceries to support that. Oh, the Russians... We didn't occupy it, but Russia decided to back down anyway. Of how badly bruised they were. Okay, that works for me. They shall not have died in vain. Let me guess. Ammunition costs lead? Ammunition costs lead. I just queued up 14 of those. How much lead does it cost each? So I need about 7 lead mines like yesterday. Okay. Once we sort out the guns and ammunition for the army, the military cost will come back down again. And we'll probably invest in more construction. Which reminds me, it's probably time to take the embargo off of you. And we got a request to put an embargo on you, so it's your turn. I'm subsidizing a bunch of explosive factories to feed the mines, and I forgot to turn the mines on. Turn the nitroglycerin on the mines. Let's do that. Ah, much better. Now that we're not subsidizing the explosive factories. That's 25 at about 2k each is 50. Yeah, it's about 100. We'll let that build before we go for more construction. And that's after the military stuff as well. We've lost a bunch of bureaucracy because we lost middle managers on the petite bourgeoisie. Here's the Bessemer process, which is really just a tech on the way. It doesn't really change fundamentally anything else, but it's not a bad tech to implement, so we're going to implement it where we can. Okay, that wasn't enough admin, so another round of government admin someplace else. No, that's just a better place for it to be because it's double stacking the current road maintenance. You know, waiting for infamy to come down before we conquer more of Persia. No, I didn't get around to starting the incorporation there, but we're running bureaucracy, so it's going to make the taxation capacity worse. Short term, if it were. So we'll wait a bit. Baking powder for food industries. Rifling. So actually, that'll help with the number of guns I need, right? We're gonna go from 30 to 50. I only needed to double the number of guns, so I can actually reduce the number of arms industry. So we're building another 11. So I only need like 4 or 5 more. So we'll just finish the ones we've got construction embedded in. Call that good. It's looking a lot better. I mean, even the guns at this point, a lot better. Okay, so we don't need... Well, actually, we're going to build more government bureaucracy. Let's queue the government bureaucracy first. Okay, so do 10 there. Because the economy scale cap has been risen by tech to 30. The road maintenance there. I actually have enough authority to also put it in Northern U. Okay, and we want one more round of 10 government admin. You'll be the target. Okay, we got our admin sorted. The other one after you is you. Okay. Gonna make this there as well. And after that, it's going to be construction sectors, which I'm not even going to bother putting the efficiency on. Because these are literally going to build for a week and be done. The construction efficiency just allows them to build more, but that's going to be real micro-heavy, trying to bounce that around. Let's take you off the capital. Once the gold's done, of course. The gold's going to take a little bit of a while, I think. Order 2 boiler. It's going to improve the output of all the mines. And we could do labor saving, but we're not because we are the Qing. And I still have 200 million unemployed, so don't need to make more unemployed. Next is going to be steam donkeys. Into dynamite, into pump jacks. Actually, I forget if the company... The company is steam donkeys. That's why I'm doing steam donkeys first. Okay. I don't have the open company slot, so it's maybe getting a little bit ahead of myself, because I need to get down to investment bank, which is going to take a while. Oh, we now have the... Russia and Persia have claims on that one. Okay. Getting Russia to give it up and Persia to give it up is going to be a little bit tedious. Not impossible, but tedious. Open more government admin and get education going. Yeah, I think that's what I should do. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try doing the dance. This is gonna be super tedious. So it's you for one, then you for the next one, and we cycle 1 week. We take it off of you, and in fact off of you. But it's still you, still you, you, and you. Oh, okay, so it's bouncing back to where it was because that's where we've got the first bit of government admin, and then it's you're the next bit of government admin, then you. Okay. So then we pull those back up again. So then it's you. And you. And we probably bounce to more construction, actually. Yeah, I think we do another 50 levels of construction. Because I'm just doing wood frame construction at the moment. Yeah, something like that. Well, it's back to you. So you're the construction sector. Next one. And then it's back to you again. Okay. Hunan. It's just Hunan. Oh, so it's actually time to queue up more stuff that isn't construction, probably. Or isn't... Yeah. Isn't more construction sectors. We're gonna need more admin. So we need a round on the admin. Western? Yes. More construction. Okay, I'm actually not even using it for the government at this point, yep. I need to get another assignment. I think it's food time. Subsidize use, just in case we run it unprofitable due to the distilleries attached to it. So 10, 20, 25 food industries. We actually have perfect logistics there for that, so we'll actually do it there. Okay, and apparently we're quite profitable again. And honestly, we've probably got the... Yeah, we got the standard of living high enough. It'd be a little tight. Turning the taxes up to very high. We're on high right now, I think. Right? Yeah, we're on high right now. Because ideally we want the average to be over the minimum expected. It's not quite the situation right now. Well, it's not far off. clothing next? Or art? Probably clothing. That would help us make profit from... Well, actually, we've surprisingly got high fabric costs. Surprisingly high dye costs, too. Interesting. Silk's industrial good, right? It's in here. Help us with the silk, I suppose. Although that would be because it would be making luxury clothes? Well, luxury clothes is being imported, so that's definitely a thought. Okay. Yeah, let's do some clothing. So, like, 70 levels of clothing. Okay, let that kick in. And we can see the GDP is going up as we fulfill demand with supply and thus generate more demand, generate more GDP. Great molasses flood. Our one tragedy must not stop progress. Shining example. Fine. Yeah, that definitely helped bring the food price down, although not a lot. Mainly reduced imports. We are subsidizing you, although that only brought you down to 0. Okay, so we could probably do more food. More food would not be the worst choice. Got 22 million in gold reserves. So that might be worth actually running a deficit for a while. Wartime, or peacetime deficit. Investment education hit 3. That's going to be helping with research and education going up. Advanced research 3. So saves us some more bureaucracy. The Dominion of India joined the other side. This now means the British Republic is leaning to join the other side as well. fighting on the same size as them in a different war, so I can't sway them. But they're not swaying into this one, although they're leaning to being swayed in. That was a pretty decent split. Feels like I could cover so many fronts. Steam Donkey, okay. Okay, so what? We occupied the main... Oh no, that merged into all the same front at some point. Okay. So I say we occupied the main war goal and then have brought over the other side? No. No, we have not. Although if I'm patient enough, the Dominion of India should go leave the war. We just need to be able to hold. Although we're winning on that front. Oh, we're also assigned to attack that front. That makes sense. Journal fills like facilities. Take the prestige. We definitely need more troops up here. Okay, we're going to do something I haven't done this run, which is we're going to pull out the conscripts. Hopefully that front doesn't completely fall apart in time that we can get the conscripts deployed. Dynamite and improvements to the explosive factory. Yeah, as their casualties tick up, they're going to become less and less willing to stand the war. Literal exploding demand. Precision tools is complete. So we now make prestige tools. Contemplating dashing to the metal stuff, it's probably a little too early. Dash. A little too early to make that dash. Oh, after pump checks, we were originally going to do shift work, so let's put that in the queue. It's already spreading to us, but it'll be a good thing to pick up. Oh, did I already... Yeah, they've already become a subject. Okay. You just want white peace. Okay, we can let the war end. Which, of course, makes the state a lot more profitable. Now that isn't actively trying to squish its rivals. No, I don't want to. Don't want to do that. Okay, I think the economy's coming due for another construction expansion. Apparently needs more wood as well. Although wood, not necessarily hardwood. I'll probably make the decision... In fact, this is probably a good place to put a barbaric. We just won that war. Kiva is probably the next person to start a fight with, but we'll contemplate doing that next time. If you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be a part up tomorrow, although I cannot guarantee it because today it's time to end the stream. And it would be recorded in the next stream, which, if everything goes according to plan, could mean there'll be a part up tomorrow. Let me go ahead and bring the schedule up so I can double check what is the schedule for Twitch over the next couple days. So today was Victoria 3. I did settle on doing Qing. I know on the schedule I have it either India or Qing. I decided we did India last time, so we'll do India probably next time because I want to play it a different way than what we did last time. But this time we're doing Qing on 1.12.4. Tomorrow will be the continuation of Humankind. We're probably not going to finish it tomorrow, but we might. There's ways to finish the game early. The game's going pretty well and pretty quick. Friday, we're going to do Shadow Empire. If the Land War and Shadow Empire goes well, it's possibly going to be the last stream of it on Friday. If we finish early, or if we finish, The next game that'll take its slot is Songs of Six, so giving you a heads up on when that will be coming out. That'll be whenever Shadow Empire finishes. Saturday will be Whiskerwood. Sunday we'll be back to playing this, Victoria 3, continuing this game as the Qing from where we left off today, as we try to get everyone employed, get the GDP up, get the standard of living up, see how high we can get it. Monday is going to be Humankind, so we didn't win on Thursday. Tuesday will be the Shadow Empire continuation if we didn't win on Friday, or Songs of Six if we did win. And then next Wednesday will probably be Whiskerwood, because I don't think we're going to be done with Whiskerwood on Saturday. And that's sort of the upcoming schedule for the next 7 days. If you're watching this on YouTube, I think this part's going to go up 6 days after it is recorded. This should be the end of effectively 6 days from now, as far as the recording schedule is concerned. So most of that should be in your past, although that would imply that if we didn't finish Shadow Empire, we're probably playing Shadow Empire later tonight. Give you an idea of where that should be lining up with the Twitch schedule. I do stream these live to Twitch under the username willcole, and then I upload the local recordings to YouTube under the username willcole100. I am going to have a save at this point if you're watching on YouTube, so if there's any sort of informational chart graphics that you want to know or want to see in the game that I have not looked at recently, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I can go ahead and make a short video looking at those charts. This is a point that I will have saved, so I can always come back to it. So even though you're not watching this live, if there's something you want to see, feel free to let me know, and I can go ahead and see that and show that in a different video. If you're watching on Twitch, this is your last opportunity to get a comment responded to while the stream is live. I hope everyone has been enjoying the stream. I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time until the next part and or the next stream, and bye for now.